Today, my friends, we are driving the Pagani Huayra BC. This is the most expensive road-going hypercar in the game, and that's why today I wanted to build this thing. I've heard very good things about it. I've been decimated by them in some of the story races, so it only makes sense to see how this thing performs under our own wind. Right now, we're driving this thing stock as chips. No, as stock as potatoes, because chips are modified potatoes, just in case you didn't know. Right, we have got, hopefully, some customization for this car. I know that we probably do because it doesn't have the special icon in the corner, and this car was in Need for Speed Payback. But without further ado, let's stop jibber jabber and get over to the I was going to say to the studio. We'll go with the studio. To the studio. I already had a look at some of the engine swaps available to this car. Now, unfortunately, we don't have enough money, but fortunately, all of the engines are worse. Now, they will give you 8, 9 more horsepower in some instances, but realistically, it's gonna downgrade our performance all the way through, other than top speed, which we don't really need. So that is good news in that we can just go through and upgrade to the best bits available, and most of which I already have so far, looking really, really good. The good thing is, we're already at 3.9 something. I haven't even put the suspension properly on yet. 3.95. Still not put everything on. We're skipping over the turbo right now. 400 plus with track tires. Drag tires give us that acceleration that we would want and need in the case of a drag build, but right now not needed. Oh my god. We do actually have an elite turbo in here, but now we can go and put in the ultimate turbo, which is definitely going to make these stats so close to maxed out. That is just so close. That is so unfair. But now it's time for the visuals. We've got the trim, which I think is already on. It's the BC trim, I imagine. It's the same with a few other cars. We've got the wing mirrors, which we can actually make them a bit more normal, which actually I kind of don't want. I like them as they are. Even though these suit it really well, if Pagani, like, that looks stock to me. It goes with the body lines super well. Anyway, headlight customization, we can actually put a tint on them in case you wanted to. And front bumpers, we can actually go to a speed. Oh, it's got that bumper. You know, we drove the NSX yesterday, and I actually quite liked that clean look. So we're going to see what other parts we have, and then possibly come back to that, because, mate, I was very impressed with that. So it removes a bit of carbon, makes it a bit sleeker in case you want that. That would go with the front bumper, as we know. But do I want to do that right now? We've got a sleeker rear bumper too. You know, we'll go with a full sleek build. Let's see how it looks. I know some people are going to not really like that I'm going to do this, but honestly, I want to try. The customization option is there. The rest looks pretty standard. There's not really many options but overall, we can get a very nice kit on here, I think. So we've got some exhaust customization. We can have some absolutely massive dualies, or we can go for the quads. I actually kind of am tempted to go with the big doubles. We got the trunk lid, or the trunk lid with vents in case you wanted to. But now we're being super clean today. We got the wing. The standard wing already looks fantastic. I don't know if I could change it, but look at that. I remember that we actually built the last one with that. I'm gonna stick with the standard wing. Got a few HUD options as well. Do we have any non-carbon? We don't. Every single, oh, the whole roof is carbon. Well, I guess if you paint it, right, paint over with a sticker, should I say, it probably would disappear in case you wanted to. So speed hunters is what we've gone so far for. And it looks like clean speed hunters continues. I say it's not really massively clean compared to the rest of the parts, but I think we've got it. We actually scrolled for ages. It's only got 70 downloads, but this easily beats out most of the deliveries I've found so far. Final touches then is just the wheels, changing the paint of them to match the rest of the car. I think a nice black. The standard wheels look fantastic. My guy's smirking at the beautiful flames that is popping. I'm not sure what I think of the front bumper, but quite honestly, I wanted to try it, give it a go. I'm kind of mixed on it still. Not too sure. Anyway, let's get popping with this. The Pagani. That's what it is. That's what it does. The drifting of this car, I've heard the turning in general is pretty good on this car, and it flicks out so aggressively, but honestly, it feels like it flicks out a little bit too much. I might actually tune it to have more downforce. That's never happened before. When does that ever happen? I don't know. I've got a speed trap I want to know. I want to see how fast it climbs. That's one of the major factors. It's definitely slower at climbing than the RSR. We know this already. The RSR is king, and nothing can beat it. hopefully, one day, we will get that thing nerfed. I swear to God, it needs to be gone. We need every car to be a bit more balanced. My GTR would smoke that boy. I would smoke it in real life. So how about I smoke it in game, huh, Ghost? How about I smoke it in game? Spill smoke, yo, smoke on smoke, and we fail. Turns out holding corners isn't the best thing for the... That's okay, though. That's okay. We actually need... Really... It drives so well that I'm not used to it. Hang on, why do I still have 1.9 mil? I had 1.9 before I bought this car. I think something is broken here. I'm very confused. I ain't gonna complain, though. Watch me get banned now. Watch. It's gonna happen, isn't it? So I'm gonna say, of the actual events I like to play, this is probably my favorite one to actually play. So my RSR time is 3:11. Anything close to that is pretty cool. My friend Corey, you know my boy, the Knobhead King, 3:34 he got in his R8. So if I don't beat 3:34, we got some issues. I think my love for Pagani mostly began with Test Drive Unlimited. It's just, on TDU2, oh, mate, I just felt balling driving around in that fully carboned out car. You cannot believe, now we can do it in any car we want on this game, of course. You could just paint the damn thing carbon, but there's something special about it, you know? And of course, showing it in the Lightroom, yeah, I like how this car looks. I like the back end a lot more than the front in the form that I've got it in. I think the front's fine, I just think the back... Actually, it makes it look better in some ways. Of course, I'd still like the standard, but it makes it look cool too. The front, it makes it look a little bit less aggressive, if that makes sense. But let's give it a go. Give it the beans. How we gonna do? Boom! Get that start popping. Now, this run ain't gonna be the cleanest, but if I can get anywhere near 3:11, that's gonna be pretty damn good. We've got some nice big tanks of NOS to use, which is possibly the worst place to use NOS, just in case you didn't know. Because then you got a corner like this. But we survive. We do a jump. That jump was awful. We usually have a lot more air than that. But the turnability of this thing is ridiculous. It turns really well. If you want something to flex harder than the RSR, in my opinion, this is a bigger flex. Because it's like, it's not faster than the RSR. But... it's the most expensive road car. Now, of course, you can use the FXXK for the same effects, but you can't customize it. The P1 GTR, you can't customize it. This, however, you can, and the turnability of it is bloody brilliant. Look at that! It goes really well. Very nice. Very cool. I'm actually really into this. Of course, I'm trying to find any excuse to not use the RSR ever, okay? When it comes to making money, I use the RSR because what else are you going to use? You're going to use a slower car? No, that don't make sense. But if you can race your friends, if you're racing your friends, and you know that's the only thing you're trying to do, in my opinion, it's so much more fun to drive something that isn't the RSR and beat them, because then you feel like a true mother effing G, the true speedy black man of the world. Speedy white man, speedy yellow man. I don't know. Okay. The speedy whatever men and women of the world use things that aren't the RSR and be like, yes, this is okay. This is okay. This is better than the RSR. I promise. I saved the boost for the downhill on this section. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm slacking a little bit. It's okay, though. This thing does struggle to keep the high speed, so my brain was like, all right, give it some help. Give it a push. Give it a boost. You know what we need? We need double of that big boy NOS. If anyone uses the little boy NOSes still, you're a nub. Get out. Little boy NOSes are useless. Put them in the bin. But no, genuinely, that's actually something I think now. If you actually use the smaller NOSes, I don't think it's worth it anymore. I genuinely don't. I've not really... You can notice on my car builds, I did do some small NOS stuff for race cars, but for a while, I've only been using the big one. The reason to me is like the big one lasts longer. There's more of it. It's one big burst. The little spurts of NOS feel bloody useless, I can tell you. That's my opinion. Let's go down the hill. Get that high speed, baby. Get that high speed, baby. Oh, hang on. Man, oh man, that was pretty... What did I hit? What did I say? 311? I got a 313 in the wire. That's not bad. Of course, in race terms, that's like night and day difference. But I've done this event. You have like hundreds of times, probably hundreds. If I go through a leaderboard, yeah, 311 flat. Wow. Of course, other people have done better times than me. That's not the best time you could possibly get, but that was a pretty clean run, so I'm quite impressed with how I did on that. And of course, I could do better with the nossing. I could do better with some perks on the car and the like. But for my baseline time of, I've done 100 runs on that and trying to make money, not really trying to do it fast, but 2 seconds out? I'd say that's pretty damn good. I'm going to say get the Huayra. If you've got money to spend, like me for some reason having 2 million even though I just spent 1.5 on this, I'm sure if I quit the game it's gonna, I'm gonna check. If I quit the game, is it gonna still be there? That would be awesome. Watch me get banned, I swear. But yeah, I would actually really suggest getting this car. It drives really well. It drifts a bit too much for me. I actually had to reduce everything on the live tuning because it's just kind of ridiculous. But I'm gonna say, do it. Go for it. Follow your dreams of beating that RSR one day. One day, my friends, we shall rise up and destroy that bigoted RSR. Be sure to smash like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next Need for Speed Heat video. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, peace. Kind of terrified. My car just swapped to this. We have 1.993. I'm gonna press go online. Where's my Pagani? Okay. Here's the Evo. And if I, for some reason, it's on. All my cars haven't gone. That's good sign number one. Yeah, I think my Pagani's just gone. What?